and welcome to our Advent dancing tutorials. We're going to start with Salsa side, also known as cucaracha. So in basic essence is we step to the side, to the middle, side to the middle. So it can look as basic as that when we're doing it, but it's so much more fun when we put more flavour into it and we understand a bit more what we're doing. So here we go. Today you're going to learn about how to move the hips and how to work it in a more funky style, a Cuban style as well. So we're going to start off with the counting. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, hold for the 4, and then 5, 6, 7, hold for the 8. Okay, so we start off on your right hand side. You're going to come over to the left. You move your weight over to the left for 1, the right for 1, and then you replace here. So it's all in the heels. If I do it this way, you're going over, the heel slightly lifts, and then you come back, this heel slightly lifts. So it's 1, 2, and replace for 3. Then we pause for 4, and then it's 5, 6, 7, replace for 7, and then hold for 8. I'll do that again. We go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do it. I'm going to face the other way so you can see what's going on with my heels. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that is it at its basic level. To make it more fun, we're going to add flavour, which often means hips and a bit of isolation in the body. So we're going to start with the hips. Imagine you've got 2 pencils attached to your hips, right, ready to draw on the floor. Those pencils are going to draw a figure of 8 with your hips. On their own, without you moving your feet at all, we're going to have a go. So the hips are going to go forward. Your right hip's going forward. Your other hip is going, so you're at a diagonal. It's going to push forward and then go back. So it's forward, back, and then twist again to the middle. Then carrying on, forward, back, twist to the middle, forward, back, twist to the middle, forward, back, twist to the middle. So with feet, it goes 1, we exaggerate the hips, move them more, and then we're going back on 2. So it's sort of sliding, rolling back, drawing that part of the H, and then sliding back so your foot is replacing for the 3. The same goes again on this side. So it's 5, pushing that hip over, 6, sending it back, and the weight is coming off this foot and going back onto this one and replacing for 7. So again, 1 hip, back for 2, and replace for 3. 5, 4, pushing it forward, 6, pushing it back, and replace for 7. Again, quicker. 1, back, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Hip, back, replace, hip, back, replace, hip, back, replace, hip, back, replace. Okay, so now we're just going to get into it. This time we're going to move the rest of our body as well as our hips. So the shoulder can kind of go, if you move your whole body with your hip, it looks like this, which is a different sort of look. What we're looking for is a bit of isolation. So what that means is one part of the body is moving sort of separately from the other parts of the body. And in this, we're looking at the hips moving separately from the body. The body is kind of trying to remain here central, whilst the hips do the work, helped by the feet. So if you notice when I do this, what's going on with my heels. So we're going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I did the wrong count. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We know that. And now we're going to do the isolation of the body. So keeping this here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So this is staying still. Okay. Now to make that work even better, we're going to try and isolate the shoulders. The shoulders are kind of working with our hips whilst the body stays back. So it's kind of like this. The elbows really help with accentuating what's going on with the shoulders. So if you can't work your shoulders so well, do the elbows and it does a good job. So it's pushing and back, pushing and back. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. You'll notice I've got a nice long neck for this move and shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one element and it's the smile. Whenever you smile, then it all feels so much nicer when you're feeling confident with what you're doing, which is why I'm doing these tutorials. Now, we're going to have a go at the Cuban version or the Salsa choque. Now, different styles are much more into the ground. We go for a more bent knee, leaning forward a little bit more reggaeton style to our salsa. And it's more of a bounce than a hippie movement with Cuban. So we're going to go to the side, So we're bouncing when we're landing in the middle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I'm using my shoulder a bit, but it is more about the bent knee. So 1, 2, 3, bending. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. I'm almost shifting my whole top of my body across as I do the movement. It's less about the hips at this point and more about the upper body. That's the difference in styling that I find from you doing these different styles. So we're going to do some of the hippie ones, which are a bit more difficult, and then some of the bouncy ones. So the New York is the hippie ones, and the Cuban is the bouncy ones. So do 4 hippie, 4 New York, and 4 Cuban. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3,